Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. And boy, has it been a long time since I've said that. So if you don't know why I haven't been uploading, I actually really haven't specified it, but the main reason, and there are a few reasons, like school and life and just like stuff like that. But the main reason is actually because I do not have my computer with me. And this computer is broken, but we finally got it back, so I will like to start uploading a little bit more. I'm actually about to go on vacation though, so it's definitely not going to be for another week or two. However, I'm super excited, super ready to get back into everything. I think it's been like at least a week or two since I've uploaded that Valentine's Day video. Well, I guess since Valentine's Day, so coming up on 3 weeks. But we're going to be doing a fun video today. Yes, it is a King of the Race vehicles tier list kind of day. Oh boy, it has been probably close to 2 years since I made a Google Slides about my favorite and least favorite King of the Race cars. So you know what? We are going to be revisiting the age-old question as to what are the best King of the Race cars and what are the worst ones. Yeah, I'm excited for today. Maybe we'll have some hot takes. I definitely think I've changed my list over time. So let's actually start from the bottom, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna pick random ones. So let's start off with the Rat Rod Scully. I think we all know where this one's going. In the S tier. No, it's going in the D tier. Anyways, by the way, if you didn't know, the S tier is like the top. I'm not sure why it's S minus. Maybe I can change that actually. Oh yeah, I can. All right, it's S plus now, and the D tier is obviously whatnot. I'm gonna change to the F tier. I shouldn't have to explain why the Rat World Scully is in the F tier. It is just by far the worst car on this list. All right, next up on Trifecta. I promise I'll stop choosing bad cars of this one, but after this one. But this is definitely a C. It's not as bad as the Rat Rod, but it's pretty close to it. Not much else to say about it. It's just okay. It's just okay. Next up, what we have is, we'll start going in order. We have the Wildflower. I'm gonna be honest, this car is mid. It is quite mid. But I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt because I know a lot of people love it and get put in the A tier. It's a car that you either kind of love or you hate, and I'm right in the middle, I suppose, so I just kind of contradicted myself. But you know what? It's an okay car. Like, is it worth 250,000 races? To some people, maybe. To me, no. Alright, next up we have the Bimmer. And, the Bimmer is this 75k car. People always, kind of dog on it for being trash or whatever. But quite frankly, I'm going to go with an A tier. I know I just angered so many people, but I legitimately do not think that the Police Bimmer is that bad of a car. And you know what? I don't really have to give that much of a backing, other than the fact that, honestly, people hate this car because it's like not worth 75k races or whatever, which I might agree with, but at the same time, is the Wildflower worth 250k races? No, it's not. So you know what? The Bimmer is an A tier. Alright, now that we have the Bimmer out of the way, I think we should get to the Mclaren's. Hot take, this is also an A tier car. This is the 150k one. I think it's Mclaren Slr 15 or 15.0. I don't know the exact names of them, but you know what? It's an okay car. It is not the best car in the game. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's kind of cool depending on how you look at it. I'm gonna give it away by saying I think it might be better than these ones. And actually, you know what? I just agreed with myself. I think it's an S tier car. Honestly, this Mclaren is probably up there for being the best ones. But I also think that the 12.5, I believe this one is close up there to the Mclaren, so we're gonna put that in the S tier. Honestly, both of these cars have nice shape. The 100k one looks pretty nice too. But I think these are just more detailed and overall better cars. So this leaves the, I believe, 10.0 or maybe just the Mclaren SLR. I forget what its name is. This is definitely an A tier car. Definitely not as good as the S tiers, but it's okay. It's an okay car. Next, we have the 200k car. And you know what? I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. And it has been a discussion with the Discord server over years. However, I believe that this 200k car, the final Mclaren SLR, I believe, or Mclaren, whatever Mclaren it is an A tier car. Yes, I don't think it's as good as this one, but it's on the same tier as this one. And I know some people hate this car. And to that, I say, you know what? I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. In fact, I think that it's pretty cool. If I got 200k races, I wouldn't be opposed to getting that. Okay, let's hop into the Mini Sherman. And the Mini Sherman, the Mini Sherman is most definitely a B tier car. I cannot say anything else past that. You know, it's a B tier. Next up, we have the Shellback, I believe, Shellback GT. Shellback GT is not a bad car, to be honest. Definitely not CRF, but it's also not like an amazing car, so it's definitely going in the B tier. I shouldn't have to explain why it's in the B tier. It's okay. It's an okay car. Next up, we have the Corsair. Corsair, pretty solid. I enjoyed getting it. I raced with it a little bit. It's kind of like a unique car compared to the other ones. It's also like a cool design. It's a nice plane. It's gonna go in the A tier. I think, there's not much else that you could do. It's a nice 10k race car too. If it was for 50k races, it would kind of be like an thing, or like 100k. It's kind of like an but honestly, it's nice. It's a nice car, and when you got that 10k races, pretty nice. All right, now we are getting into kind of the thick of it, and quite frankly, I'm gonna start off with the watch. It was never explained to me. I don't know. It was never explained to me how to pronounce this car. It's probably like walk. I don't know. Anyways, it's a B tier car. It's close to the A tier. Definitely, if there's like something in between, like a B plus tier, it would go there. Some people would probably disagree that it should go over or under the Corsair, but in my opinion, I think it's just a worse car than the Corsair, or like any of these cars up here. And I know everybody kind of just got hurt over me putting it under the Bimmer, but honestly, I don't think it's a better car than the Bimmer. All right, now we have our final three cars, and we don't have an S plus tier yet. However, I'd like to announce that one of these cars will be making the S tier. So let's start off with the Perk. The Perk is, a car that was at 20k. I may be biased because I just got it, but I really like this car. I think it's like one of the best cars, one of the best King of the Race cars in the game. Is it S plus tier? Probably not, so I'm gonna put it in the S tier. I was really excited to get this car. I thought it was, really cool. I thought it was unique. I thought it was so like iconic in a way that, when you get the Perk, it kind of says something about your account. But it's a really cool car. So that leaves us with two: the Lykan Hypersport and the Manta Ray, which probably has some other name that I don't know. Alright, so I'm gonna give it to you guys straight. I'm gonna only put one of these in S plus tier. I could see the argument for both of them going in the S plus tier, but quite frankly, I think only one should be above the other. So my favorite King of the Race car when I created this video 2 years ago was the Lykan Hypersport. Manta Ray was kind of up there, kind of down there, but over time I've come to respect it. People like the car, and especially it actually comes down to the size of the car, in my opinion. Some of Nitrip's cars are way too big and some are way too small, and in general I do enjoy some of like the medium to small size cars because I think they looked more aesthetically pleasing on the track. And some of those big cars are, like fun to have, but you just don't really want to drive them. So there are so many other, kind of instances as to where I would take this, depending on, what I would describe by design. I'd say Lykan Hypersport is definitely a really cool car. It's kind of like that classic super sport car or whatnot. Manta Ray is kind of more defined, refined taste. But honestly, at the end of the day, I think I'm going to take the Lakin Hypersport in the S tier and the Manta Ray in the S Plus tier. I think that it could have gone either way, but the Manta Ray is probably the best King of the Race car. And yes, that is the end of the video. I already know that some people will be getting quite mad at the fact that I chose this one over the Lakin Hypersport. I know everybody loves the Lakin Hypersport. A lot of people love the Manta Ray, but I think that the Manta Ray probably is now, in my opinion, the best car. If you asked me 2 years ago, I would have chosen the Lakin Hypersport. I would have chosen probably this car too, the 200k race car. But honestly, this is my definitive tier list of the King of the Race cars. Let me know what you think in the description. Let me know if I did anything wrong, what I should have chosen differently. But I'm super excited about this list. And if I ever do get some more King of the Race cars, which hopefully one day I will get the Walk 6 or, maybe even the Manta Ray, that I will be able to race with them. So thanks so much, everyone. Have an amazing day.